Welcome back to the Gentleman Bon Vivant. Christopher here, and again without the benefit of my best friend and soulmate Gerri. However, the windows are open in the flat, and it is a beautiful summer morning here in Rhineland-Pfalz. I am soon to be off to a favorite little cafe of mine to enjoy an espresso. But before I leave the flat, I want to cover down on the why of a mechanical watch, the why of the martini glass, and the why of form, fit, and function. To do this, let's think of a hammer. Let's let our minds conjure up the image of a typical claw hammer. One end of the claw hammer is for making contact with, presumably, a nail that will go on to serve as an anchor for, say, a family portrait you wish to display from a certain wall in your home. It normally does not take a great deal of coordination to hammer a nail into a wall, but mistakes happen, and nails are sometimes hit at a bad angle and in the process become bent and useless. And that is the primary function of the other end of the claw hammer, which is to remove any evidence of a failed attempt and allow for a solid do-over. Could you use a cooking pot to place a nail into the wall? Certainly. The heel of a shoe? By all means. There is no law of which I am aware in any free state prohibiting one from using whatever inanimate, personally owned item to drive a nail into a wall. Just like there is no law against a major league batter who just hit a home run ball into the center field stands, and then, rather than running around the bases to complete the play, decides instead to they're just going to stay at home plate and perform 10 minutes of an Irish step dance. There's no law against this whatsoever. But as genius and skillfully entertaining as the major league batter's Michael Flatley impression may be, he is no longer playing baseball. He is step dancing. So a claw hammer primarily has two functions, really: to drive nails and to remove them. The design of a claw hammer has evolved over the years, and a quick Google search will reveal an enormous array of options available to you for purchase, from quite expensive to quite affordable. And that brings us to the basic definition of the holy trinity for every artist or designer: form, fit, and function. Function is essentially the role or the part that something is designed to perform. Fit refers to something's ability to integrate or interface with other pieces or parts. And form is what makes it visually distinctive, stimulating. The importance of each of these cannot be overemphasized. Take a look at this 1972 BMW 3.0 CSI that I saw at the Technical Museum this weekend in Speyer, Germany. It's beautiful. Who could argue that? So clearly, the folks at Bavarian Motor Works know something about form, design. The vehicle is clearly art. But what if it had a really terrible engine or uncomfortable seats? What if the doors wouldn't shut correctly? No one would want it. No one would want to drive this car. We desire things that answer all, right? Form, fit, and function, the trifecta. Consider my automatic watch winder. It has a function to keep my automatic mechanical watch movements wound when I'm not wearing them. But the fact that the function is housed in a gorgeous jet lacquer with an exhibition window to see the beauty of both the machine and the timepieces at work, well, this makes the winder all the more desirable. The exhibition caseback on my Omega Seamaster allows me to witness firsthand the concert of form, fit, and function, the intricacy, the detail, the absolute astonishing accomplishment of humankind in the pursuit of accurate timekeeping. The high-grade materials, the sapphire crystal, the ceramic bezel, the flawless craftsmanship, design, engineering, and artistry that goes into making one of these watches. A human being spent 500 hours making this watch. And the fact that I can take it off my wrist and see firsthand the moving pieces coming together is exciting. It's exciting every time. It's a It's just a pleasure to own because it is special. It is a special thing. And that brings me to both the martini glass and the coupe glass. Both are quite stunning in visual terms. They serve their purpose as well. They fit. I love the martini glass when I'm enjoying a dry martini. And the coupe glass is my go-to when I'm having a Manhattan. You can ask anyone who knows me. If I am out and about or traveling, these are the two drinks I will always have when sitting in a bar. And if they are served in any other type of glass, it has a tendency to ruin part of the moment for me. Each element must be answered: form, fit, and function. Just like sitting in that gorgeous 1972 BMW with plans to take the top down and drive through the winding mountain roads of Italy's Lake Como, only to realize the vehicle won't start. Life is limited. We only get a short amount of time. Make your existence elegant. Place meaning in everything you do. Have a purpose, and celebrate the achievements of your fellow human beings. Do not settle. Use the right tool for the job. Leave the frying pan in the kitchen and take a moment to retrieve the hammer from the toolbox. Because form, fit, and function are important, and they matter in the life of a gentleman bon vivant. It's all part of La Dolce Vita. Remember, there are many times when I found myself without money, but I was never poor.